Hidden within Mexico's rugged Sierra Madre Mountains lies Sinaloa, a land of fertile soil, poverty, and survival. For decades, peasant farmers cultivated opium poppies and marijuana, not for luxury, but necessity. As U.S. demand grew, so did the opportunity. Out of this isolated region, stitched together by dirt roads and family loyalty, a criminal empire would rise, one that would influence governments, reshape borders, and earn billions. This is the story of the Sinaloa Cartel and the figures who built it: Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, Amado Carrillo Fuentes, Ismael El Mayo Zambada, and Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. The early smugglers. Before the term cartel existed, trafficking was personal, a local trade. Families handed down smuggling routes like heirlooms. The government looked the other way, sometimes for money, sometimes for control. The U.S.-Mexico border was vast, unprotected, and perfect for business. As cocaine exploded in popularity in the 1970s, Colombian suppliers needed reliable ground partners. That partner would soon be found in Mexico, and one man understood the power of organizing chaos into structure. Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, former police agent, political fixer, master strategist, became the godfather of Mexican trafficking. He unified independent smugglers into a federation, brokered peace, and forged alliances with Colombian cartels. Unlike the violent capos that came later, his weapon was diplomacy backed by fear. He built the first true Mexican drug empire by controlling corruption as carefully as product. Gallardo believed the cartel should act like a corporation, structured, calculated, untouchable. Building the federation. Gallardo introduced the plaza system, Mexico's trafficking routes divided like corporate districts. Each plaza leader kept control of territory while paying a percentage back to the federation. It reduced infighting and expanded profits. This system would define the future of Mexican organized crime, and, ironically, it would become the reason for its most violent wars. Rising inside this system were three names that would outlive the founder: El Mayo, Amado Carrillo Fuentes, Ismael El Mayo Zambada, and Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
The death of Camarena. The turning point came in 1985 with the kidnapping and murder of DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena. His brutal death shocked the United States, and the response shattered Gallardo's empire. Under massive pressure, Mexico arrested Gallardo in 1989. The Godfather fell, and the federation he held together with fear and politics crumbled overnight. His once united territories split into independent cartels. The age of alliances was over. The era of wars had begun. Amado Carrillo Fuentes, the Lord of the Skies. Among the heirs of the fractured federation was Amado Carrillo Fuentes. While others fought over land, he looked to the sky. He built a fleet of cargo planes to move unimaginable quantities of cocaine. The DEA called him the Lord of the Skies. His brilliance wasn't bloodshed, it was logistics. He turned the Juarez cartel into a multinational operation, earning billions. Yet his success drew too much attention. In 1997, after attempting secret plastic surgery to change his identity, Amado died. Or disappeared. Mystery remains. El Mayo Zambada, the invisible legend. Ismael El Mayo Zambada was the opposite of every cartel stereotype. He didn't flaunt wealth, didn't seek fame, and didn't trust publicity. He survived by not being seen. El Mayo built networks through marriages, friendships, and silence. He understood loyalty better than violence. He became the quiet architect of the Sinaloa cartel, the ghost who led without appearing to lead. To this day, he remains the cartel's most mysterious survivor. The rise of El Chapo. Joaquin Guzman Loera, born into poverty, driven by ambition, climbed the federation through fearlessness and cunning. Nicknamed El Chapo for his short height, he compensated with ruthlessness. After Gallardo's fall, Chapo seized Sinaloa routes and built the infamous tunnels beneath the U.S. border. These underground highways revolutionized trafficking. Invisible, fast, profitable. El Chapo was no longer a lieutenant. He was a king, and kings need crowns.
The formation of the Sinaloa Cartel. As rival cartels fought, Tijuana, Juarez, Gulf, alliances shifted like sand. El Mayo and El Chapo partnered, combining stealth and violence. They absorbed smaller factions and reopened old Colombian connections. Their cartel wasn't just powerful, it was resilient. Leaders could be jailed, yet the structure kept breathing. The Sinaloa cartel was transforming into something more than a criminal group. It was becoming an institution. War with the Tijuana cartel. The Arellano Felix brothers, heirs to the Tijuana Plaza, became the Sinaloa cartel's fiercest rivals. Their conflict turned border cities into war zones. In 1993, a shootout intended for El Chapo ended in tragedy, the assassination of Cardinal Juan Jesus Posadas Ocampo. Whether mistaken identity or calculated cover-up, the result was the same. El Chapo became Mexico's most wanted fugitive overnight. El Chapo's first capture and escape. El Chapo was captured in Guatemala in 1993. Many thought the Sinaloa cartel would collapse. It didn't. El Mayo kept it alive. For 8 years, Chapo remained behind bars, until 2001 when he famously escaped hidden in a laundry cart. Others said it wasn't escape, it was negotiation. Either way, the legend of El Chapo was reborn. Expanding across the globe. After his escape, the Sinaloa cartel expanded beyond Mexico, into Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. They worked with mafia groups, biker gangs, and paramilitary organizations. They no longer relied solely on the US. They weren't just a cartel. They were a global corporation of crime.
The fall of rivals. The Gulf Cartel weakened. The Arellano Felix brothers fell. Los Zetas, the most brutal of them all, rose and then tore themselves apart. Government crackdowns removed leaders but created chaos. While others collapsed, Sinaloa adapted. Leadership was never one man. It was a network. For every arrest, another replaced them. El Chapo's final arrest. In 2016, after years of tunnel escapes, helicopter decoys, and military standoffs, El Chapo was recaptured for the final time and extradited to the United States. In 2019, he received a life sentence plus 30 years. The world expected the cartel to die with him, but it didn't. Legacy: a cartel without a king. Today, the Sinaloa cartel remains active, fragmented, evolving, and still powerful. El Mayo, now aging, is rumored to remain in control. Others, including El Chapo's sons, Los Chapitos, have risen. The story of the Sinaloa cartel is not one of a man, but of a system born in the mountains of poverty and strengthened by global demand. As long as that demand exists, the legacy continues.